Welcome to Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda. Every so often I come across a quotation by a Christian teacher that is uncomfortable but is absolutely spot on biblically. And I came across one of these it was on a Facebook page of a friend of mine in the United States, and it was a quote from Thaddeus J. Williams, who is part of the Gospel Coalition and a professor at Talbot School of Theology in the United States. And he says this: "Who is the old man that lives in your backyard?" Now, he's not talking about a physical old man. He's talking about our old sinful self. He's talking about the idea that we are redeemed and we are a new creation in Christ Jesus, but the old version of us is still lurking in the background, still tempting us, still trying to drag us back to be the person that, not only the person that we used to be, but the person that we had the potential to become in the past. You know, if we hadn't found Jesus, what could we have turned out like, given the wrong set of circumstances and given enough bad decisions? And this is what Thaddeus J. Williams says about the old man that lurks in our backyard. Who is the old man that lives in your backyard? He is a cutthroat fascist when it comes to seeking power, a hedonist shaking for the next fix when it comes to seeking pleasure, a shady defense attorney churning out cheap rationalizations for what we know is wrong, an egomaniac, a con artist, and an idolatrous, thieving, backstabbing, complaining, gluttonous pervert. Whoa. Now, perhaps you listen to that and say, "That's not me. I'm nothing like that, and I never used to be anything like that." Well, I have to say this, that I know the old Nick Park. And I know without the transforming power of Jesus Christ, given the right set of temptations and the right set of circumstances, I could have been every one of those things. And today we look at people, I look at people in public life who are seeking power, who are fixed on earthly pleasure, who are rationalizing what they know to be wrong, who are egomaniacs, con artists, who are idolatrous, thieving, backstabbing, complaining, and gluttonous perverts. I look at such people and I don't say, "Oh, how terrible, I could never be like that," because given the right set of circumstances and given the right set of temptations, and if Jesus were not the Lord of my life, I could be every one of those things. We need to remember what Jesus has saved us from. Jesus has not just saved you from the person you used to be. He saved you from becoming the person you might have been. Because when Jesus came into your life, he transformed your life, you were only part way down the path of sin. And actually, you could have turned out a lot worse. But Jesus came and Jesus made a difference. So we need to always be aware of what Jesus has saved us from, of who we used to be and who we could have been. We also need to be aware that there is always a lurking temptation to try to draw us back into that kind of stuff and being that kind of person. And that's where we need Jesus. We need Jesus every single day. I need Jesus and you need Jesus. So let's make sure we live life today in fellowship with him and rejoice in the salvation and the transformation that he has brought into our lives. God bless you today. Join us again tomorrow for another Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda.